another sectional championship for the Luers Knights on Friday night too. And we're going to move on to our next guest now, joining us from the Bishop Luers Knights. He's a talented player on their team, playing both ways. Isaac Zay joins us now. Isaac, good evening to you.
Good evening. How are y'all?
I'm good. Thanks for joining us. Well, first of all, big win Friday night. I mean, you guys took care of business very early on, got up early, never relented. It's 42-0. You guys have sectional championship number 29 all time. Just talk about the business aspect of this Bishop Luers team this year and getting the SAC title and now a sectional title as well.
Yeah, after the first two games, the people didn't really expect a lot out of us, and just to prove them wrong, really just set the tone. After the first couple of games in conference, like our confidence started boosting. We knew we were a good team, and just to come out and execute, and then come through this sectional and just really assert dominance in that sectional, just made us all feel good about ourselves.
Sure. You talked about the first two games you guys lose to New Haven and East Noble, and you felt like a lot of people counted you out. What changed after that, or the mindset, or did anything change? What was it about those two games and then leading into that streak that ultimately ended with the SAC and sectional titles? What was the difference maker coming out of those two games that really got you guys going?
Yeah, after those first two games, we were a little beaten up, but Coach Kyle Lindsey, man, he got us to switch our mindset to an 0-0 mindset and just really start a new season. And that just really helped us all out.
Sure. And it's been quite the season for you guys. What is about this team this year? Obviously, you have the new schedule in the SAC, but you play who you play, you beat who you beat. You can call yourselves champions. What is the makeup of this team that makes it such a tough team to play?
Our defense, we play fast and physical every day, every night, and that's what we really pride ourselves on, is being fast and physical. And then offense, just executing every play, and that's what we really strive for.
Isaac, the Coach Griff here. Hey, let's talk about these two games in the sectional. You draw Eastside in game one. Talk about that rivalry that has become between you and Eastside. Even though you guys don't play during the year, there's kind of this assumption now that you guys are going to meet at some point in the tourney. Talk a little bit about that rivalry and kind of how that game in itself has become a game within a game.
Yeah, it started for me my freshman year, but I've just been there for 4 years now, and just to see, like, it's a battle every time. It's almost like Dwanger, where it's going to be a physical game, and that's really all you can prepare for all week. Is just going to be physical, and there's going to be some blows that night.
Well, there was that night a lot of penalties though. What was Coach Lindsey's advice, or what was his takeaway from that first game? Because there were a lot of penalties in that ball game, and it really hurt you guys in a lot of ways. What was his message to you as a team after that game going into the Manchester game?
Yeah, it just be disciplined. And, that's what we worked on all week, is being disciplined and being smart. And that's just really how we came after it, and just be disciplined and smart. And that's all we could do. And that's what he was preaching all week to us.
Well, yeah, it's you get in the tourney, and it's win and stay up, lose or go home type of mentality. So you have to have that discipline about you as a football team. Otherwise, it's going to be a handicap from that standpoint. Well, not only do you get to play you played Eastside, now you get a rematch with Bluffton. And what have you garnered from what Bluffton has done, and have you had a chance to really start looking at Bluffton? What is your inside take on the Bluffton game thus far.
Yeah, Bluffton, they're a good team. You know, they've had a lot of success this year. So, you know, we're going to have to combat that. And I feel like our defense is going to have to play very well against their offense. Their offense has been pretty explosive with Braxton Bencourt at quarterback. And, you know, we're going to have to shut him down and shut the receivers down. Also, shut that run game down. And just our defense has to dominate.
Mm-hmm. It's because they've got a lot of kids returning from last year's team, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like you haven't seen this group before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just playing last year, you know, they want some get back for what happened last year. And, you know, it's
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Talk about playing at home. Talk about the atmosphere that you get playing at Luers and the tradition. I know Dude's talked about this with the dads in the field and how that all goes hand in hand leaning into Friday night.
Yeah, you know, the field dads, they come out Tuesdays and Thursdays to get the field ready for us. And, you know, that just shows like the Lures community giving back to us pretty much. And, you know, that just shows to us that it's not just about us, it's about the whole Lures community and all the people we're playing for. And, you know, just to represent Lures and be on the team, you know, and then just coming out and executing Friday night, just it doesn't represent ourselves, it represents the whole community. And, you know, they always have a great atmosphere, and, you know, it's just great to play in front of that community.
Well, they've done a good job because your guys' field is pretty darn good for a grass field. I've seen it in past years where it's kind of a mud pit out there, and they've done a good job in the care of it this year.
Yeah, the Mud Bulls are something else.
Hey, Isaac, you're also a baseball player at Luers. We had Kyler Decker on. He's a baseball player, a basketball player. So you're in fact, let me ask you this first. You're the only first team selection for Luers on the all SAC squad from the SAC. Is there a little bit of extra mustard on the hot dog in these since that list has come out for some people who kind of feel maybe they've been slighted a little bit?
Yeah, you know, there's definitely some people on our team, you know, they just start practices got a little more competitive because they feel like they have been snubbed a little bit. But, you know, that's just what it shows. That I mean, that's what we should be bringing every day is just that competitive nature, you know. And then since the list came out, you know, it's just gotten more competitive, and things have gotten a little heated. But, you know, Coach Lindsay makes sure nothing gets out of control. So
Yeah, absolutely. And that's not, you know, that just was interesting to me looking at the all SAC selections that you were certainly deserving, but to see that you're the only Luers player on the first team was there's a lot of great talent in the league, don't get me wrong. But also baseball player, you were second team all conference a year ago. And then honorable mention all conference in basketball. I mean, the multi-sport aspect, especially at a place like Luers, a 2A school that relies on, you know, everybody playing different sports. Just talk about your development as an athlete, you know, just especially as a high schooler or a senior year now, what the work that you've put in to really shine on all three sports.
yeah, you know, the 3-sport life, you know, it takes out of the social life a little bit, but, you know, I'm okay with that, honestly. You know, I don't really care, but I just like being around the sports, and, you know, they all show in different ways in each one of the sports. Like if you're going to guard someone in football, our coach always tells us to play basketball with them. Like the sports overlap, and, you know, just playing them all, it just gives you like a different perspective to look at the game, and, you know, just to really reveal that athleticism. And yeah.
Absolutely. And so what's next for you? You're a senior, you know, 3-sport athlete. What does your future look after your high school days are over?
You know, I'm gonna go to college. My top four right now. I'm looking at Marietta College for baseball, possibly also football. I'm also looking at Ave Maria for football. Coach Millhouse, who was at St. Francis, went down there, and he's been recruiting me for a little bit now, and he wants me to go down there and play for him. And then Wabash College. Over the summer, my travel coach for baseball is the head coach at Wabash College for baseball, so he wants me to go play for him down there. And then the wide receivers coach down at Wabash, and then defensive coordinator CJ Ramsey and Coach Ridings down there at Wabash. They also want me to come play football for them. And then Ohio Northern also looked at me for baseball too. So
excellent. Well, it sounds like you got some options, and
some
that's
options.
great. And Coach will tell you it's about a lot of it is about who you know and meeting the right person and finding the right fit. And I'm sure that you will be able to do that. Well, Isaac, we appreciate you coming on tonight and joining us in Upon Further Review. Great conversation. Good luck to you and Bishop Luers as you guys travel or host the regional, I should say, against Bluffton, a top 10 matchup again on Class 2A, rematch of last year's game. We wish you luck and best of luck the rest of the season, your basketball season, your baseball season, and ultimately once you graduate from Bishop Luers High School.
Yeah, thank you.
All
See you
right. Thanks so
Friday.
much, Isaac.